Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are going into episode 5 of our Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 walkthrough slash tips and tricks series. Hope you're all enjoying it if you're coming back off of some previous episodes. When we last left off, we had left Bozhena's, went to Trotsky Castle. Hans got a bucket of excrement dumped on his head, and we were denied access to come in and talk about the message that we were supposed to deliver, which we don't have the message anymore. When our group got attacked by the pond, the message was somewhere in amongst our things, and we were in the pond taking a dip. So, yeah, we didn't have the message to be able to show that we were messengers, and we were dressed like common bums, and so they wouldn't let us in. So we're now down in Troskowitz, just a little down from Trotsky Castle, and trying to enjoy a beer and something to eat while we game plan what we're going to do moving forward. So let's go ahead and let's dive back on in and see what's in store for us.
Yeah. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers. What is it? That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Find bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you?
Slapped the wrong guy, didn't she?
Waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry, I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh, my. Oh, can you smell that too?
Oof, it stinks like something died here.
I've seen you before.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
All right, wash yourself off.
What was that? Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet.
Names.
Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
And Betty most of all.
Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself.
Get the other
And won't allow his
conversation
soldiers
out of
the
the
castle.
way here.
Just like my old
So
woman.
that's
don't
why
know
they
what to
sent
do
you
with
for the
them.
wine.
Want a recipe?
Wait a mo then, I'll be right back.
Her stewed lice is delicious. It's not a bad idea.
All right, so there are definitely some more intricate kinds of things that you can do to kind of give yourself a leg up in the game here. I've learned that there are a number of things you can do around here. Some pickpocketing things, knocking people out for their house keys, stuff like that. That's not the kind of gameplay walkthrough, tip and trick kind of thing that I'm going to be doing in this playthrough. You can certainly look for other guides that are going to do those sorts of things. I'm going to stay more in line with just the normal things that you can do to get a leg up in the game. Other little things like there was that chest that I showed you in episode 1, stuff like that. Not going to go into the ones that are more intricate, things that you need to accomplish 6 or 7 steps exactly correctly in a certain chain or string to be able to pull off and stuff like that. That's not the kind of stuff that I'm going to go into here. So just wanted to give everybody kind of a heads up that I am aware there are lots of other things that you can do to gain a leg up in the game, get some extra cash. things like that. But we're really not going to go that hardcore route. We're really just going to stick to the kinds of things that everybody can do without having to spend a half an hour to an hour to whatever trying to pull off a sequence of events to get to something. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk to the young lady here and see if we can get her to remember the fact that we did save her life.
Right now?
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
No. Timed here. You were attacked
You were
by
attacked
bandits.
by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
This is another area where our focus on increasing our skill is going to help us here. If you didn't work on skill, you would fail some of the speech checks coming up here. But like I said, speech really comes in handy early in the game, and this is another one of those cases where it is going to help us. So let's see.
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
So here we go. We're going to use our speech. I don't know why you're denying it.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. A couple of the bandits grabbed you, but their leader put a stop to it. It was all very strange.
Shut up!
So,
For God's
success.
sake! Someone will hear you. I wasn't at the pond, and that's that. And don't mention it again. To me or anyone else. Got that?
So, she was there. She doesn't
Here's
want
your
anybody to know
wine.
that she was there. So we've
Is
got a
this
little bit of a
vagabond
puzzler
bothering
going
you?
on with this lady in the
I
blue
can
dress.
handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please.
I
I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
little grabby there, Henry.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
All right. So we've got a little clue here. I'll wait for dialogue.
Why are you standing there like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Ready for what?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. Debt to
What
debt.
do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take 'em into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go mouldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Yes, ma'am. It's definitely going to be beneath Hans's standards, but
All right.
yeah, fine.
We'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like you may. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
So came here from Ratai, however you want to say it, but originally from Scouts.
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than Nabakov my whole life, but I know this place inside out.
So when you get a speech option or a dialogue option that has the little star next to it, that says that that's something that you learned from previous conversations or from previous knowledge and things like that. So it's always good to use that option when you can.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Aye, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Semine is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Troskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Who is
Who is
Semine?
this Semine?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Semine. The fort and village belong to him. Old Jan Semine is the head of the family, and his son's called Alder. And it's him who's getting hitched. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
And where's it going to be?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Semine, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Will
Lord
von
von
Burgo
Burgos
be at the
wedding?
Von
How
Burgo.
should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Semine is his vassal.
Can I
Could
get
I
in?
get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of guests having a nail over there. Young Svartje there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Let's see. Again, going to go through most of the dialogue options just for the increased speech.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that
I'm
was.
sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
All right. Let's see. Is this
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid the bills.
Can I find
Where can
any
I
work?
find work around these parts?
First, you've got to carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
So Andrew's actually more than heard things. When Teresa saved us from getting killed by the big thug, and I'm blanking on his name. Essentially, she took us home to live with her uncle, who's a miller, and you'll find that millers are sort of suspect characters within Bohemia, or in the games at least. They often are involved in doing things like acting as a fence, buying stolen goods, pulling off schemes, things like that. So Henry is well acquainted with millers. All right. About the
Is that all you
wedding.
know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
All right. And where
do you
am I
want
to
the
move those
sacks
sacks
moved
again?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, isn't it?
All right. Yeah, she just told us where the pantry is.
I'll go and
That's good.
discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Comes!
All right. So we got some good info from the barmaid, Betty, here. So she told us that there are a couple of people here. One is Thrush, Svatya Thrush here. He is the bailiff's son. His sister is
One
the one
beer.
getting married. We can talk to him. You do want to kind of do this when you get a chance. Once we start talking to Hans, it's going to move some storyline stuff forward, and we're going to get into things where we won't be able to do it, and you can miss some good information here. First thing I want to do, though, is, as we said, part of what we talked to Hans about was to be able to get into Trotsky Castle. We're going to have to get some better clothes. To do that, we're going to have to earn some money. And I'm a blacksmith's son, and the blacksmith was looking for some work. The miller also has some work for you, and is a worthy is a storyline worth going through. You can go and do some stuff with him to up your basically your thievery stuff. So we'll definitely go ahead and talk to Krazel. But our main boy is going to be Radovan, the blacksmith here. So let's go ahead and talk to Radovan.
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
From Skalitz.
I fled from Silver Skalitz.
Silver Skalitz? You people mine silver there?
Aye. Well, we did. Until Sigismund attacked us.
Bugger me.
He needs coin for his troops, so he goes after the silver, the sly ginger fox. Even the Kuttenbergers surrendered to him not long ago, I heard.
Did you lot surrender to him as well?
He'd have had to talk to us first. They just attacked, burnt down the village, and slaughtered most of the people.
I'm sorry to hear that. May God welcome their souls. Thank Christ we've been spared that kind of misfortune so far, eh, Radovan?
That's because they have silver, and we ain't got shit, Krazel.
Good point.
What do they call you, lad?
Henry.
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
Looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm swamped with work. Let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner and less grueling.
Oi, I asked him first.
So yes, we're gonna go with the smithy, but like I said, we definitely will visit Miller Krazel and get involved in some of his shenanigans.
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole childhood at the forge. I know how to handle a hammer and bellows.
Bugger me. That's a lot more than the last lot I had. Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Takov and ask for
Radovan is in Takov.
That's me.
Let's see.
I
About the
haven't been
region.
here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schomburg.
The jerk at the gate.
I saw him on the gate tower, when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard. On the other hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
More about
So
the
it's
region.
peaceful here. Is that all?
Aye. Except there's more trade right now because of the wedding.
But we'll be back to our old ways in a month from now. Thank God.
What about the
I
wedding?
heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Samin.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samine and the bailiff's lass? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that, it's gonna be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is gonna be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
Let's see. Any other
Would
way
it
to
be
get
possible
to
to get to von Berghoff, even though he keeps his distance from people?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful and important. So the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding. At least for us who are invited.
And everybody will want something from him. He'll be dancing for joy, I can tell you.
How can
Could
somebody
someone
get invited
to the wedding without an invitation?
Oh, without
Someone? You mean? Forget it, looking like that.
Well, I think it might be possible, using certain methods. Play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery?
All right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day. So you won't get in without an invitation.
All right. About
that job.
I look forward to seeing you at the Takhov smithy.
All right, that's it.
I've got to be going.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What brought you all the way from Scarlet's? And who's that companion of yours?
We were straightforward with you, so don't be shy and tell all.
It's a long story. What I will say is that fella who looks like he sleeps in a dung heap is Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. We were supposed to deliver a message to Lord von Bergov at Trotsky. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing ever happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
All right, so we've got a job lined up in Takov with Radovan. Let's go ahead and talk to Thrush. I think he goes by Thrush.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff's son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry.
I'm Henry.
I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
What's
going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
I heard your sister is getting married.
Indeed she is. It's going to be a grand affair. There are even guests coming from Guten. Even Lord von Berghoff is coming. That's how important my family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semin, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd?
A little foreshadowing here.
Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he'll be his old self after the wedding.
I think that's good for now.
I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
All right, let's do it.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Not gonna work. Understandably, it would
Oh,
shortcut a
Fortuna,
large part of
may
the
the
game
best
if we were
player
able to
win.
just beat him at dice and get into the wedding. But I love me some Farkle. So, oh, hello. All right, so good start. 1,500 point game. We'll take the 700 and call it good for the round. That's a
Great.
one roll win.
That was a pretty poor show, fella.
Well, what can you do? Dice is mainly about luck.
Bollocks it is. You need to use your head. Oh well. Maybe we'll have a rematch someday. When you get a hold of some groschen.
What about a rematch right now? With the same wager?
No chance. The offer doesn't stand anymore. You'll have to find a different way to get to the wedding.
So even if you beat him, he backs out of his deal and doesn't invite you. So not a biggie. All right, let's go talk to Hans.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed. And you took your time coming back to me.
Got a speech
It
for a
didn't look
point.
like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir Alder, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fort, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. Invitation only, it seems. But getting to the wedding isn't as impossible as it might seem. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because
Von
it looks
Bergov's
like Von
gonna be-
Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list, and that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Yeah,
Like
find
I
some
said,
work.
there's going to be a lot of work involved in a wedding like that. That's our chance.
Work. Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding?
Well, I thought we could both get jobs there.
I'm sure there are other options.
There's something else we have to sort out first.
Hans not big on work.
I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if
I'm a
someone saw me?
noble. All right, so again, we can go through some of this stuff. It's not going to pay off, but we're going to go ahead and go through them just for the speech.
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Again,
You know,
just
sir,
doing it for
not
the speech.
everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives, so you should be able to manage it too. At least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Oh, I lost some other options. All right, so you're really not going to help.
not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sack.
All right, fine, whatever. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, Lord or no Lord, the sacks are waiting.
Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night. And if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then.
All right, fine and good enough.
Right, I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man...
Here we go again.
Looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
All right, Logan Sachs it is. We did get a perk point. Speech, sorry, back over here. All right, so adept to the mystic arts, buy and sell potions. Oh, potions, herbs, recipes, books, and alchemy-related items at 10% better. You can buy weapons, armor, and clothing at a 10% better price. Again, we're going to probably do some creating of potions and selling to work some money up, so we'll go with this one. All right, I think that is it. Yeah. All right. Lug and sacks it is. We'll go ahead and up our herb picking skills here. As a matter of fact, matter of fact, I believe there is a drying rack. Whether it's open or not, it's weird. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not. But I think there's a drying rack in here. Okay, it's open now. So yeah, drying rack here. This is where you can go into a drying rack and you can dry any sorts, certain food items and materials that you're going to use in potion making. So remember, I talked about once they get down below 50%, they're not good anymore. So I don't think we're going to get a chance. We're going to be free to actually do potion stuff before these are going to spoil. Dried food items actually last a lot longer than fresh items. So always handy to have some apples around. Like I said, they give you a little bit of nourishment, but they also can act as a healing item in a pinch. So we're going to go ahead and dry all of our apples. And we're going to dry this belladonna, the chamomile, comfrey. Dandelions are plentiful. And those are fresh, so we don't need to worry. We'll dry the marigold. Again, nettles, very, very plentiful. Don't need to dry those. Poppy. Sage is pretty plentiful too. And so we'll go ahead and dry the St. John's wort as well. Okay. Once you've done that, you're just going to go ahead and click X to confirm. Henry will go through a little animation here, but you don't have to wait. You'll just immediately get all those dried items in your inventory. So now we can see that those apples that we dried, they have a durability of unlimited days. So now those dried apples, they'll never go bad. We'll always have them in our inventory. Onions, you can't dry those, but you can. There are other items that you can cook. When you cook them, I don't believe it increases their durability, but when you do cook them, I think it puts them back to 100. So like if let's go back and look. So that onion has durability of 4 days. Let's go in here. There, I believe there's a stove we can cook stuff in here in the kitchen. So yeah, when you see a like a pot of food on a fire, there's always going to be a pan, even campfires. So you just go ahead and click on that pan. we can cook these carrots, that onion. So like I said, it definitely increases their nourishment. So the nourishment, I should have looked at the nourishment values. As a matter of fact, let me cancel out. So nourishment value for that onion is 2. When we cook it, X to confirm. And again, we said it had durability of 4 days, 4 days of freshness. So now when we go in and look at that onion, cooked onion, it's now got 4 nourishment, so doubled the nourishment, and durability actually went down. So again, can cook that stuff, gives you better nourishment value, but it reduces the durability of it. So we're doing pretty good in nourishment. We're a little bit tired, but since these onions go bad pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and eat a couple of the cooked onions. Get me up to 100 nourishment. And now we're going to go lug some sacks.
God grant you health. Oof.
God knows
That
what
isn't
they're
half heavy.
out of.
Oh.
They remind me of those nomad riffraff.
Who are you calling riffraff?
Yeah, so Hans and Thrush are getting into it. Svatya. And I think you have to lug 3 or 4 of the 5 sacks. And then shit's gonna go down.
Who goes to a tavern stinking like that?
We're getting somewhere at last.
Something else that I really enjoyed, just to talk real quick, about the world of KCD2 is that I love how alive the world is. You see a guy playing a flute over here and a couple dancing. You can kind of hang around and catch in on conversations that people are having. The NPCs, they live a full life. They go to bed, they wake up in the morning, they eat their breakfast, they go off to their job, whatever their job might be. They wander around town after they're off work, they go to the tavern, all this stuff. So they have a very vibrant life. It makes the world feel real, lived in. You feel like you're in a real small town community in
Promise to
Bohemia.
carry those sacks.
So yeah, very cool, very nice touch that just gives the game that realistic feel of a lived-in world. So if you happen to, there's really not a way, I don't think, to get any. Actually, yeah, one of the guys out there, if you can get them off by themselves using like throwing rocks and stuff, I think one of them might have some lock picks in their pocket. Again, like I said, I'm gonna play Honest Henry. I'm not gonna be doing stealing from chests. There are some quests that require it, so I'll do what I have to do at that point. But I may lockpick chests just for the skill, to increase my lockpicking skill, and not actually steal things from chests. So that's kind of the route I'm going to go with this playthrough. It's kind of more of an Honest Henry, not going to do any real thievery sort of stuff unless a main storyline quest or a side quest calls for it. All right, I think this is where stuff might go down. Excuse me, Betty. Yeah.
Did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong. If you know that there's bandits in the area, camping right out in the open, not the greatest. Yeah, but that was kind of rude.
Dead
talking
companions.
about our
What
group,
dead companions?
the way you did.
You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you the same advice I gave your little chump. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
We're back on.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh, no. Reinforcements. I'm so scared. Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Nice right hook. All right, we're in the shit. Fighting kicks are a really good opener, which is down. Oh, hey, now.
Nice hit. I'll hack your ass off.
All right, let's
Nice strike.
shift will unlock you from one. What? Okay, he went down.
Now you fucked up. Take that fucker out.
Again, we want to keep punching as long as you can when you get a little streak going. And he's down. Hey.
Slice him up!
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Hey, you guys are cheap.
Don't just get there. Yeah! Don't spare him!
Hey, I block. Grappling, we're not really good at grappling. Oh, it worked, though. Got to build up your grappling skill. This guy should be ready to go down. All right. Yeah, one good thing, one strategy when you're fighting multiple opponents is to keep them lined up. So keep rotating around. Don't let them get at you from a side.
What do you want? Nach was? Now stimmt.
Get our stamina back up. All right, one down. One more down.
Take that fucker out, damn it.
Doesn't matter whether you win or lose the fight.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Oh boy, yeah. That'll generally get you landed in the stock. Punching a guard.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
Nice toss there, Granny.
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that nest.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off!
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
Let's see, timed. Yeah.
I'm fed
set
up
up
with pulling
your
you
crap.
out of the shit all the time.
You pulled me out of the shit! And who dragged you through the woods at night, eh? Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
You want to blame
I don't
me?
fucking believe it. You're really going to blame me for it? It was you who caused the brawl. Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Yeah, we're gonna fall out here. Doesn't really matter what
And you're a
options you
spoiled
choose.
brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Ooh. All right. So yeah, basically at this point, the dialogue choices you make, they don't matter. Hans and Henry, they're gonna have their little spat. They're gonna part ways. So you know, I think we've kind of lashed out as much as we need to here. Let's try to
That's
call
enough.
it off. It's not gonna work, but
This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
that's got to be rough. I've got a bad back, and I wouldn't be able to walk after getting out of that thing.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't
that? Oh, Sir Otto.
Hey! Lord von Berghoff!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight. What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
All right. So, blurb about Crime and Punishment here. Something definitely that they upped their game in KCD 2. In KCD1, I think you could end up, um, if you got caught for murder, I feel like you just ended up in prison, which would be kind of a like game over, and you had to go back to your last save. But in this one, you can have multiple different consequences. So you might get a fine if it's something small, like being in somebody's house where you didn't belong, but you didn't steal anything. Or if you did steal something, if you got caught stealing, you have to return the items, pay a fine. More high level crimes, you can end up in the stocks. You can end up being branded. I don't, does it talk about the branding here? Report you to a guards. Yeah, I don't think it talks about it here, but you can actually get branded if you're a repeat offender. And then once you're branded, if you commit another crime that's severe enough, you can get hung or beheaded or whatever. So if you're going to play the crime game in KCD2, you definitely have to be cautious and, bide your time. If you get caught for a crime, try not to get caught again, things like that. Really cool. I think it's cool that they kind of up their game with that.
I suppose I really do need to find.
We're going to go ahead and call this an episode here. I think we're at it right about an hour already again. Not working out, keeping things more to 30 to 45 minutes. Maybe we'll just kind of plan for closer to an hour for episodes. It seems like a lot of the time we're through a lot of the scripted stuff. So we will have more viable options for quitting closer, but I probably try to keep them more to like 45 minutes to an hour in length. But some good stuff here. When we pick it up, Henry's going to go off on his own. We're going to do some things, a few things that we talked about earlier. But I'm going to show you kind of what I feel is the optimal way to go through things here to kind of get things rolling for you, start bringing in some money, earning some reputation, getting some good gear and weapons and things like that. So this is where all of that's going to really start to kick in. So thanks to everybody that's watching out there. I hope you're continuing to enjoy the series. If you do, please drop me a like, subscribe if you feel like it. Hit that bell so that you get a notification when the next episodes will be out. But till the next one, hope you all have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.